Hello children, welcome back. So in this video, we are going to continue the same lesson, Who Owns the Water, section 3. So in the section 2, we have seen that a pack of wild dogs came to the spot to catch the wild boar, isn't it? But they could not find the wild boar because the wild boar had already gone from the place, isn't it? So after that, the rain poured and poured for 3 days and 3 nights. Because of that rain, the entire place got soaked. The entire place got soaked, and there was rain everywhere. And because of that, the pit filled with water, rainy water. So after a few days, a group of buffaloes, a herd of buffaloes, found that place, and they started wallowing in the puddly water, and they started playing in the puddly water. Because of that, the pit has gotten widened and bigger. Okay, this is what we have seen in the section 2, isn't it? So let's see what is going to happen in section 3. So before that, let us all learn the glossary from the section 3. Tilled, prepare the land for crops. உழுதல் அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். Tilledனா வந்து ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணுறது, அந்த லேண்டை ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணுறது எதுக்கு? விவசாயம் பண்ணுறதுக்கு. மீகர், ஸ்மால் குவான்டிட்டி, மிக குறைவான அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். கிராட்டிடியூட், தேங்க்ஃபுல், நன்றி அறிதல். verdant, green with grass, பசும்புல் லார்ந்த அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். ஸோ கிரீனிஷ். சஸ்பீஷியஸ்லி, டவுட்ஃபுல்லி, சந்தேகமாக. சம்மண்ட், கால்டு, அழைத்தல். ஃபார்ச்சூன், லக், நல்வாய்ப்பு. கான்டென்மெண்ட், சாட்டிஸ்ஃபேக்ஷன், நிறைவு, நிம்மதி அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். ஸ்டட்டர்டு, ஸ்போக் வித் டிஃபிகல்ட்டி, தடுமாற்றமான பேச்சு. ஃபோர் ஸ்கொயர், சாலிட்லி, அழுத்தமாக. ஓகே, ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் வாட் த glossary from this section 3. Okay, so let's begin the lesson. A poor farmer tilled the land near the one small depression. Okay, so there was a poor farmer who was cultivating near the small depression. We have already seen that a small depression was made by a small tiny bird, and after that a wild boar, and then wild dogs. After that, the buffaloes made it bigger, isn't it? So near the pit, near the small depression, there was a poor farmer who was cultivating in his land. Okay, his life was odd, and the rains were often cruel. The entire place was so dry, parched, so there was no proper rain. Because of that, the entire place was so parched and dry. There was no any single drop of water. In summer months, he had to travel far to get water for his thirsty crops, and even then, his harvest was meager. So, during the summer season, the poor farmer had to travel so far to get water for his thirsty crops. அவருடைய அந்த வாடி இருக்கிற அந்த பயிருக்காக அவர் என்ன பண்ணணும்னா பல தூரம் கடந்து போய் தண்ணி எடுத்துட்டு வந்து அந்த பயிர்களுக்கு அவர் கொடுக்கணும். Because there was no proper rain, proper water, so that it was so difficult for the poor farmer to cultivate in his land. Okay, but even though he worked hard, but the harvest was very meager. ரொம்ப குறைவாக தான் அவருடைய விளைச்சல் தந்துச்சு. One day, not long after the last of the season's rains, he straightened up from his back, breaking work, and looked over the land that was soon become brown again. When he was after working hard in his land, he straightened up his body, and he looked at his harvest. He looked at his crops, how it was looking like. They were looking so brown because the harvest, the crops are looking so brown. Okay, so he was so disappointed about this. He was so sad about this because there was no proper water for his crops, and he became so sad when he looks at his crops. And on the horizon, just beyond the pitiful plot, his eyes came to rest on the patch of green. When he was looking at the crops, suddenly he turned his head. In the long distance, there was a green. In the long distance, there was a green, green place. What is that? Going closer to investigate, the farmer fell to the ground with gratitude at the sight of the verdant bowl. When he went to closer to investigate, அது கிட்ட போய் என்னன்னு கிட்ட போய் பார்க்கும்போது என்ன இருக்குதுன்னா, Yeah, a pound of pond, a small pond filled with water, rainy water. The entire place is so green. So by seeing this, the farmer became gratitude, with gratitude, ரொம்ப ஒரு thankful, ரொம்ப மகிழ்ச்சி ஆயிட்டாரு, ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாயிட்டாரு to see a small pond with full of rainy water, because there was no any single drop of water except the place. Okay, when he saw that, he became so happy. He was water to be had, and so closer to his holding. Forgetting all tiredness, he raced home and brought out his case and spade, and soon the buffalo's picnic spot was a perfectly decent little pond. Okay, so when he saw that, he forgot all the tiredness. He forgot all the tiredness. He became so happy, and he was so enthusiastic after seeing that. And after seeing that, he went back home. He rushed back home to tell his wife about this. Okay, and he told his wife about this verdant bowl, about this pond. Okay, and after that, he raced home and brought out his pickaxe and spade. Pickaxe spade, it means pickaxe is kind of tool uh, which is using to work in the land. And also spade another manveti. So he took pickaxe and spade to go to the pond to make it much bigger than before. And soon the buffalo's picnic spot was perfectly decent little pond. After that, the buffalo's picnic spot became little decent pond. Because of what? Because of whom? The little farmer. Is the story going to end with a moral? You ask me suspiciously. நீங்கள் என்ன கேட்கலாம் ஒரு சந்தேகத்தோட, சஸ்பீஷியஸ்லினா சந்தேகத்தோட, இந்த கதை எங்கே முடியுதா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. பட் நோ, த ஸ்டோரி இஸ் நாட் கோயிங் டு ஹெண்ட் ஹியர். ஓகே, it has to be taken little bit more. Okay, no, little one, but there is something to learn from everything we see and hear. Oh, hush, so hush, while I come to end of the tale. Okay, children, from the story we have to learn a lot. Okay, so that's what you children have to listen to me until this end. Okay, until the very end, you children have to listen to me carefully, because we have got lot to learn from this story. So happy was the farmer that he told his wife, who summoned to village priest to bless their fortune. Yes, the poor farmer's wife called the priest of the village to bless the pond. ஓகே, அந்த அந்த கிராமத்தில் இருக்கிற ஒரு பூசாரியை கூட்டிட்டு வந்து என்ன பண்ண சொல்கிறாங்கன்னா, அந்த லிட்டில் பாண்டை வந்து மந்திரிக்க சொல்கிறாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு, அது என்ன பண்ணுது, அந்த போர் ஃபார்முடைய ஒய்ஃப் வந்து அந்த பிரிஸ்ட்டை இட்டுட்டு வராங்க. I do not need to tell you how soon news traveled in a little village, and it was quite a crowd that gathered by the side of the pond to see the priest furrow his brow and chant serious something that nobody ever understand. This news spread everywhere in the village. Okay, spread everywhere in the village, and everyone in the village came to the spot to see the pond. Okay, everyone from the village came to the spot to see the watering little pond. Okay, and the priest came to the spot to bless the pond. Because of that, he was making chant என்னதுன்னா மந்திரம் சொல்றது, ஓதுறது அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். So the priest started chanting, and he started blessing the pond. Okay, who came to the spot? The village people as well as the priest. But no one could understand the chant, because the people could not understand what the priest says, what the priest is chanting. Just then, the richest farmer in the village pushed his way to the front of the group. After, when it is happening, the richest farmer of the village came to the spot to see what is happening over there. Okay, when he came to the spot, he was always upset when things took place that he was not invited to. Actually, this rich farmer expects the respect from the entire people from the village. Okay, if any people do not give respect to him, he will be so upset about it. Okay, if any people do not invite him, the rich farmer will get upset. Okay, and he came to the spot with angry, okay, to see what is happening over there. Looking at the farmers and the placid pond, so slow smile of contentment creased his face. I see you have come to bless my pond, he said to the priest. The rich farmer says to the priest, hi priest, you have come here to bless my pond, isn't it? He is asking like that. நீ என்னுடைய பாண்ட தானே பிளஸ் பண்ண வந்திருக்கீங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அந்த ரிச் ஃபார்மர் கேட்குறாரு. உடனே அந்த புவர் ஃபார்மருக்கு ரொம்ப ஒரு கஷ்டமாயிடுச்சு. யுவர் பாண்ட் ஸ்டட்டர்ட் த புவர் ஃபார்மர். உங்களுடைய பாண்டா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அந்த புவர் ஃபார்மர் வந்து யார்கிட்ட கேட்குறாரு? ரிச் ஃபார்மர்கிட்ட கேட்குறாரு. ஒரு ஒரு துக்கமான ஒரு குரல்ல. Why yes, smoothly oiled the rich one. The rich farmer says, yes, it is mine. Why are you asking like this? The rich farmer is asking the poor farmer. Your patch surely ends there, just there. உன்னுடைய இடம் அங்கே முடியுது. Okay, this pond is mine. Okay, your land ends over there, but my land is in. But this pond is in my land, so this is my pond. Who says? The rich farmer. This land is all mine. Okay, the rich farmer says, this land is all mine. இது இடம் எல்லாமே எனது தான். இந்த பாண்டும் எனது தான். And saying this, he crossed his arms and planted his feet four square on the ground. By saying this, he says, the poor farmer, your land is over there, but this land is mine. This pond is mine. So he's saying like that. As the rich farmer and the poor farmer looked at each other, okay, this rich farmer and the poor farmer both are looking at each other. You know, this pond was found by whom? The poor farmer only. But now the rich farmer says this is his pond. Okay, let's see what is going to happen. In the other hand, the buffaloes, the dogs, the boar, and yes, even the little bird stopped by to see. When it is happening, the buffaloes, the dogs, the boar, even the little bird were looking at them. What they are talking about? அப்படி சொல்லிட்டு பார்த்துட்டு இருக்குதுங்க. They all stood around the little jewel of the blue and in every mind. Yes, everyone were standing around the little pond, the jewel of blue. Jewel of blue means அந்த சின்ன குளத்தை தான் jewel of blue அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். Small and big came to a similar thought. Surely I had something to do with this. Okay, I have a question for you. Okay, actually, who owns this water? Who owns this pond? This is what my question here. Okay, and so I end with a question to you, my beloved friend. Who owns the water? Not your moral, just a thought, a gems of an idea to dig and make bigger. So here is the question for you. Who owns the water? The bird, the wild dog, the wild boar, or the buffaloes, the rich farmer, or the poor farmer? Who owns this water? This question is to you. Okay, so you have to find out the answer. So this is what the lesson. So I think everybody wants this water because the little bird only found this place, isn't it? After that, the wild boar came to the spot and it made it bigger, and then the wild dog too came to the spot to catch the wild boar. Because of that, the pit has gotten bigger than before, and then the buffaloes, and then the rich farmer, and then the poor farmer, and then the rich farmer. So everybody wants this water. I think water is not for anybody, it is for everyone. Okay, so this is what the lesson. So we have to learn a lot from this story. That means how water is important for every human being, and also not only human being, and also for every living organs, isn't it? So we should realize the importance of water, and then we have to harvest rainy water. Okay, so this is what we learned from this lesson. Okay, so wish you all the best and take care.